is Uchichuku Namobi, and I represent the good people of Ahoda West and Oba Ibemendo Nifado Council.
I think we can just go straight to the point. You have received our letter. We have explained everything. So tell us why you are here.
With regards to the alleged contamination of fuel which was imported into the country. So that's the reason why we're here. Inviting us to come before the House of Representatives Committee regarding the controversy surrounding the importation of petrol. So that's why we're here.
Observation. Mr. Chairman. One, the issue of CEO be on oath needs to be addressed before it starts. Number two, words allege. So please, Mr. Chairman, look into that. It's all over the world. It's all over the country.
She's correct now. She's correct. Unless her company has said that one we are still investigating, and her company has said that what they call adulterated. I don't believe that they send adulterated product to Nigeria. So that's why she's using that language. She's correct.
What of the oath?
The issue of the oath, maybe you are not around. We have already handled some of the people that were investigating, and we did not put any one of them under oath. I think it is not right now to say, after we have already treated 2 or 3, we now start from the 4th one.
Mr. Chairman, observation.
Is to clarify the issues regarding the importation of fuel. I think the GMD of NNPC was here, and he did clarify that the fuel which we imported was not out of specification, neither was it adulterated. Yes, there's been a lot of conversations regarding whether or not we brought in fuel which is contaminated. Let me state that there is an approved specification of PMS which is imported into Nigeria. That specification is the product which we brought, and I think the GMD of NNPC also attested to the fact that the product which we brought on board the Empty Bowl Pioneer was tested at load port, and it met Nigerian specification. On arrival, it was tested by the NNPC inspectors, it met specification. Before the vessel was discharged, the normal procedure is that the NDMPRA would normally have their own inspectors also test and certify before it is discharged. And all of that was done and certified okay before the vessel was discharged. So we did not bring in any adulterated fuel. Thank you.
You members, do you need additional information? Or you want to ask questions? Okay. You want to ask questions? Let me start from.
Yeah, Chairman, sir. Well, I believe she's just telling us that their own product was actually okay. I believe she should be presenting something to us, to tell us, to show us that it was actually okay.
Yes. I think in our letter we gave you that you should give us all relevant documents from the beginning to the end.
We have all the load port documents, which is basically the certificate of quality at the load port, the certificate of quantity, everything to do with the bill of lading, all the documents.
You have up to that 16 copies which we said you should give us?
We were not told to make 60
how many,
copies,
how
but
many?
we'll make more copies. We were just told to bring a copy of.
Okay, can you circulate
Yeah.
copies? If there's need for us to call you back, we will do that. If there's no need, then we'll do the appropriate thing. I think she's free to go. So you can take it.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, honorable members. Thank you.
Members, yes. The other set are coming. So you are just coming, eh?
Just give us 10 minutes. Tell us his own side of the story.
Well, I will speak as the lead, and I will speak actually for the immediate participants, which is AY McKeefy, Hyde Energy, EMADEB Energy. Then I'm sure other questions come in, and equally on the issue with Britain AU.
So I hope the document you gave us contain everything that you want to tell us.
Yes, sir. Everything.
So can you give us a summary?
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, distinguished chairman. Like I said, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, the Vice Chairman of the committee, Honorable Abdullah Mahmoud Gaya, Principal Officers, President, and distinguished members of this committee. May the peace and blessings of God be upon you, sir. Honorable Chairman, sir, we consider it a great honor and privilege for inviting our consortium to humbly stand before your committee and to participate in the legislative hearing. We want to use this opportunity to express our deep appreciation to the committee for finding it appropriate to allow us to make a presentation and to on the subject matter before you, sir. We assure the committee of our commitment to contribute towards the government effort in providing energy security, stimulation of economic growth in Nigeria. Our consortium would like to thank the NNPC for giving the indigenous company the opportunity to participate in the direct sales and the direct purchase contracts for the supply of petroleum products. To ease challenges faced by the good citizens of Nigeria in accessing petroleum products, the federal government of Nigeria, through the regulatory body NNPC, awarded the DSDP contract to indigenous communities to encourage delivery of petroleum product and crude lifting in equal for commercial value. In the past, over-dependent on federal government in import and distribution of petroleum products aggravated constant scarcity and economic loss to the country and our citizens. Through the DSDP arrangement, the current dispensation under the leadership of the President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari, and his administration have recorded significant improved supply of petroleum products nationwide over the last 6.5 years. We are also delighted with immense contribution to the National Assembly by making strong popular efforts to approve bills that have helped in promoting indigenous businesses like ours in the country. The introduction of these bills positively affect the lives of many Nigerians through employment creation, improved standard of living, and general community development. General overview, sir. Following the participation of the respective companies in the 2021-2022 tender by the NNPC, formed our consortium, EMADEB Energy, Hyde Energy, AY McKeefy, and Britannia U, with EMADEB as the lead on the 7th of May, year 2021. The submission of an executed consortium agreement was one of the prerequisites required by NNPC for their final award of the DSDP contract. On June 16, 2021, the consortium members executed a consortium agreement which defined rotational responsibilities of members, sequential alternate crude lifting, and bringing back of petroleum products, indemnification of other members against liability claims that may arise during a member underperformance or failure to perform under the DSDP contract. consortium was awarded the DSDP contract on June 22, 2021 by the NNPC. The delivery of the petroleum products and crude lifting has been done strictly on rotational basis by respective consortium members. Some of the consortium members, EMADEB, McKiffey, immediately engage reputable international partners for delivery of the gasoline products and prompt loading of crude. But one of our sister company, which is the fourth member, Britain, choose to engage a different entity and decide to go on our own. Britain performed to liaise directly with preferred to liaise directly with NNPC and took responsibility of all transactions without recourse to other consortium members. All evidences substantiate Britannia's position are attached in the documents submitted to the committees. The other consortium members, EMADEB, AY McKiffey, has successfully delivered 270,000 metric tons of PMS, and Britannia also delivered the 90,000 tons, which is in question today, empty ton yield. Find below the schedule of delivered of petroleum of the PMS in question. EMADEB in August 2021 delivered 90,000 tons. High Energy in November 2021 delivered 90,000 tons. AY McKiffey in February 20.
We are just concerned about the 90,000 metric tons.
Yes, sir. So the PMS delivered that is in question today, empty ton yield with the Lacan 2nd to 4th of January was delivered by Britannia, a consortium member of the EMADEB consortium. I think that's it. So Britannia, yeah, okay.
I became Company Secretary, Public and Government Affairs Manager in 1997. So these areas, please let me know. This area.
No, what I want you to do is just to concentrate on that project.
Yeah.
You know,
I just wanted so that
we can discuss that later.
Okay. So
just go straight.
For me, we have a DSDP contract with NNPC. And we made it clear we have done DSDP with NNPC for 2.5 years. And we brought in 10 cargoes. This is our 10th cargo. And none of our cargoes were, off-spec. And this particular one was not off-spec. The cargo that came in, before a cargo will come in, there will be a test at the port of loading, which they did at Antwerp. I have the documents I'm going to. Then, when that document of test, there's a particular specification, product specification, Appendix 1 of the DSDP. And yes, it is there in our own listing. So that spec, whoever that is importing for us, we must give that spec to them. And based on that, they will do their own sample. And this time, our supplier, Petrol, did their sample at Antwerp. And they gave us the sample result, which we gave to NNPC. And NNPC confirmed it was okay. Now, the second point of test, the cargo arrived at offshore Lagos. The vessel tendered NOR. I'm going to give you all the documents. So they tendered NOR. NOR, what does it mean? Notice of readiness of the vessel arriving. So the NOR, we sent it to NNPC officially. And they now appointed their inspector. Their inspector they appointed is GMO. While we have Seaboard, okay, they now went offshore to test the product. When they finished testing the product, there's a certificate, joint certificate, given by GMO, that is NNPC nominated cargo inspector. and our own. You can't bring in the cargo without NMPC's inspector jointly carrying out the initial test. And the test is here. We'll present it to you. It met the specification. Now, the next stage was for NNPC based on the fact that he met their listing. They nominated, not us. NNPC nominated 5 daughter vessels. And the names of the daughter vessels were Erena, Leslie, Amif, Ocean 3, and Kingis. The 5 of them, they presented those daughter vessels to take from the mother vessel because the Nigerian water cannot take 30-tonner vessel. So they will usually go. Now, when they got there, this time around, you're supposed to have the GMO, which is NNPC inspector, our own inspector, and DPR. This they did. They tested and they gave us certificate, clearing us that the product met specification. Now, our product came in 4th of January. And each and every one of you, I was listening state by state. There's no state that 77 million liters, they will not finish it in 1 week. Okay? Now, we brought our cargo 4th of January. And this thing was, the normal legal position is that when you bring in a cargo, and there's a movement, once the cargo moves from the mother vessel to the daughter vessel, custody transfers. At that point, we do not have any legal control over the product. Where the product goes, what happens to it, from the point of loading moment, and we have all our certificates from DPR, from PPMC, from GMO, from our own. Without that, you cannot discharge product without DPR, which is now NUPRC, without them clearing you. We have all those certificates. Okay, now they are saying that we brought in off-spec. At one point, you cannot have a product only minimal 90,000 metric tons. And you came out with a press release on the 8th of February, which is more than a month after this product came in. Okay? Now, you said the allegation is that we brought in off-spec. Did anybody call us? You people are learned and professional gentlemen and women. Can you go and ask somebody that you stole without telling him what he stole or what you caught him? Now, you said that we brought in an off-spec. Did anybody, because before you said that we brought in, and you will test, there will be a joint test. Was there any joint test between us, NMPC, or whoever? There was not. They did an independent inspection, which legally, under the Nigerian law, is DPR that is supposed to do the testing. Now, you have done the test. What is the test result? We don't have the test result as we speak today. What you did test, whatever, I'm not saying you didn't do test. Are you sure it's this Tom Hill then? Because everybody is calling Tom Hill then. No. We have all our documents. He met Nigerian specification. Was methanol part of Nigerian specification? The answer is no. All of you gentlemen, can you change the goalpost in the middle of a match? You cannot. So if you now decide, there's a letter that they wrote us, and the letter is clear. Going forward, I can read the letter. No, it's just people. Let me read out. Is there any person who has? Huh? Yes. Okay. All right. So now they've written us to say going forward. Now going forward, which is okay. saying if you cannot jail us or throw us into the sea without hearing from us. Where is the document you are quoting us? We have all our documents, all our testing documents are all here. So let them show that is Britannia you and Tom Hildy, because you can do tests. That test must conform because there are test results everywhere. Okay? We have our own test results. So they have to, if he who alleges must prove.
It's a consortium, right? 3 of you. EMADEB, Petrol, 4, okay. So out of the 4, it is your own company that was given this contract, which is about 90,000, right? So that one you have supplied, and you have all the documents that certify that all the specifications given to you, you have met that. So now we can, the house now, we can now divide the 4 and put 1 alone. Am I right or wrong? Okay. Then secondly, now that we have all the documents, which maybe they have not submitted yet, okay, I would like you to submit it to the committee. I think that is all we